And Ozzie Jurock joins us now with more about the U.S. economy. We're talking real estate in the U.S. today, Ozzie.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. I watch the news all the time, and there's so much negative news about the United States. You feel like everybody's running for the hills, and yet we forget that when they say on average house prices are down 5.8%, my goodness, in Edmonton we went down. The average price from last May to September went down 14%. I mean, when you look actually inside the numbers in each different area, a different picture emerges. It might surprise you. The National Association of Realtors, for instance, says that 73 out of 150 homes areas in the United States are going up in value last year, not down.
So there are actually areas in the U.S. where this, I guess, the subprime mortgage fiasco hasn't really hit certain areas, and real estate prices are still rising? Yeah,
they're still rising. In fact, like I say, almost half out of 150 metropolitan areas. And you'll see this all the time. Toronto soared from 1995 to 2000, while Vancouver went down from 1995 to 2000. I mean, real estate is essentially local in nature. For instance, Cumberland, which is sort of in Maryland and West Virginia, the median price rose 20% in the fourth quarter. In Yakima, Washington, the average price at around $170,000 is up 18%, and in Binghamton, New York, it's up 14.8%. So there are different areas to look at.
I think the fear is, though, is that people don't want to buy real estate in the U.S. because they think next year it's going to be cheaper because prices are going down. So
the big thing you have to remember, when everybody around you is yelling buy, sell, when everybody is yelling around you sell, buy. The thing is that Oscar Wilde said that you always should play fairly when you have a winning hand, right? Well, right now the Canadian has a real winning hand. Our dollar is higher, and the areas that I like, the snowbird areas, are in those areas that are down maybe that double digit, that 20% area. So you have a double area, and who didn't always want to own something in Scottsdale or Phoenix?
True enough. Okay, well, you do have some tips for people still interested, and now may be a good time to buy in the U.S., so you have some tips for people who are thinking of doing that.
Do research. I mean, Phoenix has 50,000 properties for sale. You want to have a quality realtor, understand what you're getting into, buy A and B areas. That is, buy the quality areas. Most of the foreclosures that you hear about that sound so sweet, they're really in rotten areas. You want to be in good areas. Make sure that you arrange the financing maybe here. It's very difficult to finance your property down in the United States coming from outside. And understand that a rental property, you're not even allowed to fix it up yourself. Even technically, you can't collect the rent. You are a foreigner to the United States, so you have to maybe make an arrangement for that. And I would pick the snowbird areas where, first of all, you have a good local economy, good strong fundamentals, good vacancy rate, inward migration, and then maybe Phoenix, Scottsdale, or Las Vegas, which are fairly depressed right now, might be a great place to be. And if you wanted to create that ever wonderful passive income that we teach in our action courses, Austin, Texas has all sorts of condominiums at $70,000,
wow.
And so does Houston. And you can get that $800 income, and over time, you create that passive income for you.
All right, Ozzie, we're out of time. Thank you very much, though. Some good tips for us.
Thanks for having me.
If you have any more questions for Ozzie, or you'd like to purchase a copy of his newsletter, www.jurock.com.